Andrew, what's up? This is Patel. If you don't recognize me, I'm decked out in gear that will hopefully give it away. And also, I've got a buddy of mine that wants to wish you a very, very happy 30th birthday. Maybe both these hints will jog your memory into who I am. Are you ready for this special surprise from this guy? All right, here we go. It's Matthew with the spoon, and he wants to wish you a happy 30th birthday. And he hopes it's filled with lots of fun, laughter. He suggests you eat grapes, which I think is boring, but Matthew loves grapes and olives. You know that. And yeah, he and his big bobblehead. Check out this bobble. It's pretty huge, but I love it. I love this thing. A supporter of mine gave it to me, and it's pretty funny. But yeah, we want to wish you a happy 30th birthday. I hope you're having the best time celebrating. John apologizes for not making it to your big surprise party. I also apologize for not being invited to your surprise party. Otherwise, I would have been there too. Speaking of John and Andrew, you both have great names. Very disciple-friendly names. And I just want to thank you both for the support. It means the world to me. Moments like this to have the opportunity to do a cameo for a special time in your life mean a lot to me, because I'm always grateful to my supporters, and we wouldn't be where we are without any of you. I would say 4.5 years ago, we finished the first half of the season of season 1, and we didn't have any money to finish the second half, and so we didn't know what would happen with it. And then to think that 4 years later we're in theaters, it's kind of surreal. It's kind of cool. Anyway, so it's just my little chance to thank you both. And Andrew, I know it's your 30th birthday, but if you're anything like our Andrew on the show, hopefully you don't have 2 left feet. Hopefully you know how to bust a move. If not, I'm sure Bubba, Tony, Rocky, Henrietta, and the rest of the Railroad Ramblers will help you with that. And if you do, I need to see video of this happening, because maybe I can show the Andrew on our show how to actually dance. But yeah, no, the rest of your friends will want to wish you a very happy birthday as well. And I don't know what your plans are for your surprise party, but hopefully it's not a surprise when you see this. Hopefully this is at your party. But I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure you'll make many memories, and I'm sure it'll be the best time that you deserve, my friend. So John, your buddy, has also mentioned here that you've got a YouTube page for Chosen Vlogs. That's pretty cool. I do have to check it out. I'll definitely check it out. Honestly, I stay away from that. I don't want to see the wrong things sometimes, and I like to just stay in my little bubble and my little Matthew world, and I'm very protective of the character and the story and everything. So for you, I'll make an exception. I'll check it out, and maybe I will invite my other castmates to check it out as well. I'm going to be seeing them in a few short weeks, because I don't know if you know this, we're about to start filming season 4. That was a 4. Sorry, I don't look. Anyway, season 4, and it's wild. I'm prepping for it right now. I can't really talk about it much, but it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. I'm very excited about it. Yeah. But anyway, so maybe in our downtime on set, I'll pop open the Chosen Vlogs and see what you have to say and share it with my castmates, and Hopefully you're not too harsh on us, because we've tried our best. I'm sure we've been filming the show in the most extreme circumstances, and this guy can attest to that with his little, his spoon. We've been filming in probably crazy, from the crazy heat to the freezing cold, been in all between, the wind, the dust storms, anything, but and my point is we've worked really hard, so I'm sure you have good things to say, but it's always interesting to see what happens in the episode and think of what we were actually going through while filming it. But those are kind of the memories I'm always gonna reflect on and take with me, and I think in hindsight they always make the experience a lot more better, and you end up feeling a lot more enriched by it. So it's always been great. you know, John's also written here that you are a massive fan. I don't call you all fans, I call you supporters. So you're a big supporter of the show. And that you hopefully I can only be as vague as possible for season 4. Otherwise, you might not see me playing this guy on season 4. So, unfortunately, I cannot disclose, but I can just say that it's uh, it's yeah, it's the chosen. Get used to different, right? And it explores things and makes you think. So this season is definitely gonna go back into that zone, and we'll leave you with some beautiful things coming out of it, and it's great. But what I can talk about, my friend, is what my favorite scenes have been so far. You know, John over here has nicely said, longer the video, the better. Well, John, I've got news for you. This is my second time recording this because my first video was 12 minutes and it did not upload. So, uh, I will try to keep this as long as possible. But no, I genuinely like to try to interact as long as I can. I'm here on this thing because of you all. So anyway, I was going back to my favorite scenes because that's something I can talk about. So let me roll them out. So season 1. Season 1's interesting because I don't know why, I just thought I was gonna get fired. So my first scene was a literal walk. Now it's like a 3-second walk. I overthought it, just like Matthew does with everything. And I remember practicing a different walk the entire weekend before shooting it because I just thought, like, you know, your first time filming is your make it or break it moment. And so, kind of putting the pressure on myself, I kind of gave Matthew a little bit of a hop in his step, and I remember doing that, and then I didn't get fired. So then that was great. So that was a memorable moment for me from season 1. I think everyone and myself can identify with the moments of, you know, with Simon and Gaius, and just those, you know, creating those great character dynamics, and the interesting play between those characters. And of course, the calling of Matthew is a very big scene and very impactful around the world. And it was a beautiful moment because it was like the one scene I knew about, like, beforehand, just going into it, knowing how much pressure or just how big it was. So I just wanted to do it justice and do it right. But you know, when you're surrounded by a great team of actors, directors, and everybody and crew, it made it easy to kind of just drop in. And so season 2, I would say, I guess I'm gonna talk about the scenes that kind of tormented me the most. In season 2, it would be the one take we did in episode 3. That was wild, man. We only had 3 times to do it because it was just so long to do. Our cameramen were really winded and getting tired because it's one continuous take for about 15 minutes. And you know, my character starts off that whole moment, and you know, the pressure gets to you. So I just remember several times, kind of just blanking, and it was just really wild. And we only had, you know, our last time to get it, because we were losing light, was the take you see, and you see the sun setting down, and it was just kind of this beautiful moment that happened, and it just ended up, it made sense as to why we struggled the entire day to get it right, because it was set up for that moment with the sun setting in the background, and that was great. One of my other favorite moments is when Simon and Matthew go to find Mary, and you start to see Matthew's heart and his compassion, and that he's capable of caring for others. And I just love working with my castmates, and those two are one of my closest friends. Last but not least, of course, the Sermon on the Mount, and the Beatitudes and all that moment with Jesus and Matthew. I love that moment because it symbolizes kind of Matthew's journey throughout the entire season of not really fitting in, you know, people not really liking him, being part of the group. And I think Jesus noticed that, and that moment where they discussed the Sermon on the Mount kind of shows that I think Jesus recognized that Matthew needed some attention, some one-on-one, and I think we can use that example in our lives for others as well. Yeah, it was a cool moment. Season 3, which just finished, season finale, the boat. Man, seasickness is a thing. Went through that a lot, but it was worth it. It was epic. I loved seeing it in theaters and seeing it with all the supporters. It was amazing. Of course, Matthew's storyline with, you know, accepting his faith, not running away from it, and the tassels was great. And of course, reconciling with his parents is just yeah. Enough said. So season 3 was quite the journey. and it's only going to get greater. And so, yeah, I hope some of these moments are some of your favorite moments, but maybe I'll watch your vlog to see what you liked in them. But yeah, this season 3 is pretty epic. I'm probably going to go rewatch that, and I hope you and your friends do too. Leave it on in the background of the surprise party, but I will leave you all to it, to your party, and get going. But thank you all so much for the support. Shout out again to your friends Henrietta, Rocky, Bubba, Tony, John, and Andrew. Happy 30th, and have a great time.